Member secretary.
Member secretary.
Member secretary will maintain these documents. Yes, member secretary will maintain the documents. Is it confidentiality is required?
Yes.
For this document also, confidentiality should be maintained. Okay, so they need to be ensure that the documents which is in confidential and no other person will access these documents. There is no document loss or any damage will not happen to these documents. So these things have to be taken care by the ethics committee. Then there is a chance that the regulatory authority, they will come to the EC office for conducting any visit. Why? They have to be confirmed that is the ECs working properly, is the ECs are following the regulatory rules properly. So for that, the regulatory authority, they will come for the visit. So which visit will conduct by the regulatory authority? What is the name which we are using for this regulatory visit?
Inspection.
Inspection. Yes, inspection. So when the regulatory authorities are coming for the inspection at the EC office, these documents which is maintained that have to be provided also for their review. Okay, so everyone, they have to keep the documents, like sponsor also has the responsibility to keep the documents, investigator has the responsibility to keep the documents, EC also has the responsibility to keep the documents properly with a required time period as per the regulatory authority rules, which should be maintained in confidential. And also there is no data loss or any damage. From all these things, they have to be protected. Okay, now it's about the easy registration. Okay, so easy registration. Who will give the registration for the ethics committee? CIDSCO, they will give the registration for the ethics committee. CIDSCO, what is the full form of CIDSCO?
Central Standard Control. Central Drug Standard Control Organization.
Central Drug Standard Control Organization. So they will give the registration for the ethics committee. Okay, so once any EC is constituted by an institution for working, they need the registration. So without the registration, EC cannot do the review of any study things. Okay, so as a part of this registration, EC have to be submitted some documents to this regulatory authority. So they have to be give the information like name of the ethics committee, authority under which ethics committee is constituted, the institution details, the requirement, membership in related information, terms of reference, then condition for appointing, then how the registration will do, how they will remove the ECA members, or how they will replace the ECA members, the address of the ethics committee, information related to the members about the chairman, member secretary, other members, information, including their affiliation related information that should be given. If there are any supporting staffs are there, that information also have to be provided. Okay, and these information also have to be given, like which type of the studies EC will do the review. Then for the getting the approval for the study, what are the documents need to be submitted. Then if it is any re-registration time, previously in the previous registration, how many meeting was conducted by the ethics committee, so that minutes of meeting related information. Then previous they may give the approval for the studies. So if it is re-registration, then previously they already give the approval for some study, so that is the approval letters. Then essay related documents, that opinion about the compensation, like that document also EC should submit it to the regulatory authority. Then our SOP, EC will have their SOP, like a general SOP, vulnerable population SOP, how to give the training to the EC members, how they can prevent the conflict of interest, Okay, like that, some easy SOP will be present. So that easy SOP is also, which is created, that have to be submitted to the licensing authority. And also, if there are any inspection related things are happened, such related information also need to be submitted. Okay, so without getting any approval from the central licensing authority, they cannot review any study. And these application of the registration, it should be submitted as per chapter 3 of the new drugs and clinical trial rules 2019. What is chapter 3 of new drugs and clinical trial rules? What is chapter 3? What is the heading of chapter 3?
EC for clinical trial, VAB study.
Ethics Committee for conducting clinical trial VABE study. So as per this chapter 3, these registration have to be performed. So for the registration, you already studied which document we will use.
CT01.
CT01. Yes. So the completed CT01 application along with the supporting documents that will give to the regulatory authority. So how they will submit these documents to the regulatory authority?
By Sugam portal.
Yes, by using the Sugam portal, all these applications that will be submitted. Then after that, what they will do? They will check the application and also supporting documents. Okay, they will check the application and the supporting documents. And after that, if they are satisfied, then they will give the registration for the ethics committee. So if the central licensing authority released the registration for the ethics committee, then the licensing authority will release which document?
CT02.
CT02. So CT01, that EC will give. CT02, if they are registered, then DCGA they will give it. Okay, so for this EC registration, a timeline is applicable. So what is the timeline for this registration?
45 days.
45 days.
90 days.
That is the time that will take by the licensing authority for the review. The validity.
5 years.
5 years. So it's 5 years. 5 years, the EC will be valid. And so for the, once you submitted the CT01, then for the review of the documents, they will take the 5 days. Then if they are not satisfied your application, what will happen? If they are not not satisfied with the application,
Rectification again.
Appeal.
not appeal.
After
To again register.
They will give the deficiency information to the ethics committee. So after that, EC have to be check about this deficiency and updated documents have to be provided. Then again, it will go for the review. Then if satisfied, they will give the registration. Okay, then in case after this 5 year, if EC will be, the registration time is for 5 years. So after the 5 years, if the EC is expired, then again if the EC want to continue their work, they have to submit the application form for the renewal or for the re-registration. So for the renewal or the re-registration, which form will use?
CT01.
Same, CT01 will use it. Okay, but there is a timeline for submitting this CT01 for the re-registration.
90 days before the expiry.
90 days before the expiry, it should be submitted. And in case if any of the EC members have changed, such information also have to be notified to the CIDISCO within
30 days.
30 days, 30, within 30 days, the information about any changes of the members' information have to be notified to the CIDISCO. So during that time, new membership list, appointment of the new staff, then their CV, their declaration, their certificate, then previous member resignation letter have to be notified to the citizen. Okay, so that is also through the Sugam portal we can notify it. Okay, then I will show you one thing. Can you see the site?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is our CDISCO website. So there is some home page is there, clinical trial. Then in the clinical trial, there is a topic related to the ethics committee. So from the ethics committee registration. Okay, so the ethics committee registration details. From this we can find out. So the ethics committee registered the details of the EC which done the registration by the CDISCO we will get. So it can be checked by anyone. Okay, so if you want to know that from the CTRI, we found out the details of the site in your area, right? From the CTRI website, you already checked that. You done the checking now of the your nearest hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So like that, here you will get the details about the ethics committee from every state. Okay, so we will check out. So let me check. Okay, so I'm just checking Karnataka. So this is the name and address of the ethics committee, which is in Karnataka. And the easy registration number, then state. When this registration CT02 which is released, that also here it is present. Then that CT02, that form here it will be present. Okay, so let's see. The name of the EC is Agash Institute of Medical Science Research Center. Okay, so let's see the easy registration details of this.
Yes.
Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so please tell me in which date this document is released.
20 September 2022.
20 September. For
20.
which ethics committee?
Reva Institutional Ethics
Institutional.
Committee.
Reva Institutional Ethics Committee.
Ethics Committee.
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is the easy registration number from this?
Ma'am, E70.